Welcome to Luxscape. Here at Luxscape, we're dedicated to motivating the next generation of wealth. So relax and enjoy while we give you how billionaires' children live. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Many people will never know what it's like to be the child of a billionaire. Consider having $1 billion, which is a lot of money that you could ever spend in your entire life. A few spend their parents' money in college tuition and extracurricular activities, while others spend their money more extravagantly, such as on world travel, yacht vacations, and designer clothing. In our new video, we'll show you how billionaires' children live. Trump Family. Let us begin with the most well-known of all billionaire families. It would be strange if we didn't. Donald Trump, the patriarch, needs no introduction. He is the former president of the United States, which has given his children power they could never have imagined. Despite having no expertise, education, or training in the field, his daughter Ivanka is now a major political advisor. However, the tribe kids were known to live extravagant lives long before the 2016 election. Their entire family has the privilege of staying in one of Trump's many properties, including the iconic Winter White House, Mar-a-Lago, which is estimated to be worth $10 million. Barron Trump, Donald Trump's youngest son, has his own $100 million two-story penthouse with a stunning view of the city's skyline. It's easy to forget that the rooms appear to be made of gold. A $15,000 book, GOAT, a tribute to Muhammad Ali, is in his library. Also, Barron used to ride around in a mini Mercedes with a custom license plate when he was younger. When we were kids, many of us received nothing more than a plastic toy truck. On top of that, his education at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School cost a massive $50,000 per year. Don Jr. and Eric Trump, Trump's other sons, are even more open. They spend their fortunes on big game hunting in Africa. Their expeditions cost $50,000 per person, which is the same as a year of prep school for Barron. They have displayed photos of shot animals such as elephants, water, buffalo, leopards, and crocodiles. The cost to turn each of these creatures into trophies span between $2,000 and $3,000 each. Some of the species are extremely rare, but if you're born that rich, the survival of animal species doesn't seem to matter as much when you can show off how you spend your wealth. British royal family. Let's talk about some real-life princes and princesses while we're on the subject of royalty. When we think of a typical king and queen, we probably think of the British royal family. Despite the shift in power in the United Kingdom over the last century or so, Queen Elizabeth II and the Windsor family still control a massive fortune that Princes William and Harry will never be able to exhaust. For starters, they have a number of ancient, exquisite castles, mansions, and dream houses all over England. One of them is the well-known Buckingham Palace, packed with servants, butlers, and even musicians hired to serenade them whenever they would like. While those children have lived in luxury, so have their children's children. This year, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle spent $800,000 on preparations for their newborn child. This included a $43,000 baby moon and a $330,000 baby shower at New York's most expensive hotel. George, Prince William, and Kate Middleton's son, is already worth around $4 billion. Charlotte, his sister, is estimated to be worth $3 billion. Carter family. We can honestly say that Jay-Z and Beyoncé are treated as royalty in America. Both are enormously successful musicians. Despite the fact that Jay-Z has obtained the majority of his wealth through investment rather than album sales, they are a billionaire family. As opposed to the others on this list, they are solely entertainers. Blue Ivy, their daughter, is already showing signs of being a pampered billionaire child. How about this? We need to address the fact that she's had several nannies and a stylist since she was in preschool. You got that right. Someone was paid their entire salary to dress a billionaire's child. Did you know her first birthday celebration had an estimated worth of $300,000 and that her parents rented out an entire amusement park for her second birthday just so she could run around? She has the option of living in one of several million-dollar mansions located from California to New York. Blue Ivy can unwind on the family's $283 million charter yacht, with her mother referring to her as a cultural icon at the age of 7. Gates Family. Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, reigned for a couple of years as the world's richest man. Bill Gates pledged to become a philanthropist and gave away all of his wealth in the early 2000s. Surprisingly, he is richer today than he was nearly 20 years ago. And it appears that his wealth is only making its way down to his children. Specifically, his daughter Jennifer appears to benefit greatly from her billionaire father. First and foremost, her family's home in Washington state is a massive mansion worth $121 million, fit for a tech giant. The Gates estate is designed and built with cutting-edge technology, including an underwater sound system, a Tony Stark computer system, and heated floors. Jennifer even has access to a 2,500 square foot gym, a 60-foot swimming pool, a 23 garage, and a personal library. However, this was insufficient. She needed to pursue her equestrian racing hobby. So the Gates family spent $37 million on land in Florida to build a house for Jennifer and her horses. The horse is a 20-stall barn because when you're that wealthy, why not have 20 stalls? She even has a jumping arena to practice in. The good news is that she's making good use of that house. Jennifer can be found actively competing in horse racing. Branson Family. Richard Branson, the owner of the Virgin Empire, became famous for his Playboy adventures back in the day, and you can still catch him kite surfing with naked models and making brief appearances in films like Casino Royale. His children will be able to take full advantage of his company's labor. Necker Island in the British Virgin Islands is home to the family. It's not a big deal, but it's worth $60 million. Of course, it has a lovely private yacht for his children, Sam and Holly. They can also simply fly around the ocean in a multi-million-dollar immersive plane whenever they want. But how do they spend their own money? They throw extravagant parties in addition to their constant vacations and expensive trips to get away from their lives on a tropical island. Sam Branson specifically used his father's fortune to host one of the most extravagant weddings. He hosted it on Richard's private game reserve in South Africa for years, inviting both celebrities and royalty. Sam celebrated for 5 days with Kate Winslet and Brian Cox, while asking them to spend $20,000 per night as guests. It's no surprise that many people compared it to a royal wedding. Musk Family. Elon Musk's father, an engineer, ran an emerald mine in apartheid South Africa. His mother was a well-known model, and he was a bright young child. It highlights the fact that he grew up to be a quirky, ego-driven billionaire known for his daring ventures into space tourism and Tesla Cybertrucks. Griffin, Xavier, Kai, Saxon, and Damien, his children, may one day grow up to be just like Elon. For starters, the children grew up in a sprawling $17 million estate in Bel Air. Elon Musk, among many others, has a habit of buying and selling multi-million-dollar homes quickly, either out of boredom or for one of his ex-wives. Musk spoiled them with his own private learning institution on the SpaceX campus for their education. It's called Ad Astra, and it's a gifted children's academy from the ages 8 to 14. If you would like your children to join the academy, you will have to pay $31,000 per year for an 8-year-old to learn how to build a flamethrower. The Musk children's lives are intentionally hidden from the public by the family, so little is known about them. After all, they are still quite young. Nonetheless, it's only a matter of time before the 5 Musk grow to be miniature versions of their father. What is it like to be a child of a billionaire? What would you do if your parents gave you a multi-billion-dollar inheritance? Please let us know in the comment section below. And if you love the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.